Captain Marvel is woke as fuck, and that's a good thing. The one thing about a movie is what happens before the movie, because sometimes it could be awesome. Don't worry, darling, notwithstanding. Captain Marvel was announced in late 2014 by the MCU as part of its Phase 3 ending. It was supposed to be right after the Black Panther and lead into Infinity War, which would lead into Endgame. But because of the many screw-ups of one Ike Perlmutter, that's the guy responsible for Inhumans and other Marvel mistakes, things got changed and Captain Marvel ended up sandwiched between Infinity War, Black Panther, and Endgame. Brie Larson was announced to be taking the role of Captain Marvel in July of 2016, and for the next 2 years, the MCU moved forward to make that happen. Then in 2018, Brie Larson won the Crystal Award for Excellence in Film at the Women in Film's Crystal Plus Lucy Award ceremony. At her acceptance speech, she said this.
Am I saying that I hate white dudes? No, I'm not. But what I am saying is that if you make a movie that is a love letter to women of color, there is an insanely low chance a woman of color will have the chance to see your movie and review your movie. And this is also not to mention other people besides white dudes like Star Wars and would love the opportunity to do a set visit. Really sucks that reviews matter, but reviews matter. Good reviews out of festivals give small independent films a fighting chance to be bought and seen. Good reviews help films gross money. Good reviews slingshot films into awards contenders. A good review can change your life. I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him. I want to know what that film meant to women of color, to biracial women, to teen women of color, to teens that are biracial. These are just facts. These are not my feelings.
And as you can imagine, the right-wing incel, anti-woke, anti-SJW crowd had a reaction. You see, these are the type of white people and some people of color who side with them, who believe that any movie that has black people or women in it or people of color in it is a woke political agenda. It's okay for them to do movies where they race swap, but make one cartoon white fish a black girl and they lose their shit. And they lost their shit when Brie Larson made her speech. Brie Larson hates white men, they say. And then came the we're gonna boycott Captain Marvel. And of course, Marvel's gonna lose money with Captain Marvel because get woke, go broke. That kind of thing. And then Captain Marvel came out. And what was it about?
It's just another heavy-handed female empowerment story where the true villain is the quote-unquote patriarchy.
Actually, yes, that. Exactly that. And it was awesome. Now, it's one thing when you get the right-wing incel types to go all anti-SJW, anti-woke on a thing. But if you go look at 90% of the reviews by the so-called normal reviewers on YouTube and other places, you are going to come across them saying at some point, well, Brie Larson didn't smile enough.
You'd be prettier if you smiled.
And if you want to know what Captain Marvel was about as a superhero film, it was Captain Marvel versus the Patriarch. And this will always be my favorite scene.
Turn off the light show and prove to me you can beat me without...
I have nothing to prove to you.
Then the crowd swore up and down, oh my God, their Rotten Tomato scores are awful. Oh, the movie is failing. And then this happened. $1.2 billion. Now, some sexists who try to pretend they're not sexist try to claim, well, Captain Marvel made $1 billion because this is between two Avengers. Yeah, so how does it explain Ant-Man and all the other movies that did not make $1 billion between Avengers movies? And then these dudes say this shit as if it makes any kind of sense. And I like how these anti-SJW, anti-woke channels try to pretend like they're gonna call us racist and sexist just because we're racist and sexist. And that's because they're racist and sexist. Here's one thing these right-wing racist incel dweebs got right. Captain Marvel was feminist as fuck. What made it feminist as fuck? Scenes like this.
Where's your head at?
In the clouds. Where's yours?
On my shoulders. About to show these boys how we do it. You ready?
Higher, further, faster, baby.
That's right.
And this.
You're going too fast! You need to go slow!
Especially this.
Without us, you're only human.
You're right. I'm only human.
And of course, this.
And prove to me you can beat me without...
I have nothing to prove to you.
And was Captain Marvel feminist for capitalism to expand its marketplace? Fuck yeah. That's the absolute truth. But it doesn't change the fact that the feminism in Captain Marvel was not subtext. It was text, skywritten in bright neon letters for the whole world to see. That made it feminist. That made it woke as fuck. So you're damn straight Captain Marvel had feminism written all over it, and I'm here for it. Because Ra knows that we've had the straight white male perspective in movies for fucking ever. But Captain Marvel was a good movie because Captain Marvel was woke as fuck, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So get woke. Watch Captain Marvel.